Welcome back to Dear Hanger. This is Mike. I'm coming at you with another video. This time I want to talk to you about what third-party companies can take on Takara. And this is the first of 4 videos, and it's going to be an ongoing series. Now, I had several video ideas planned. I condensed them down to 4. And they were so intertwined, kind of like a zigzag pattern, back and forth of intertwined. And they build off each other in a way, but the last video ties it all together. And it's probably, in my opinion, the biggest issue facing G1 Masterpiece Transformer collectors right now. So anyway, before we get into all this fun stuff, if you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, please put on the notifications so you know that it's in there. The reason I've split this up into 4 weekly videos instead of 4 videos on a day is so I can get the feedback and the input from the viewers. And I want to say thank you to all of you in the comments, because I've learned a lot, and this helps mold the next future video, because this is all about the community, by the way. So getting into this, let's get into business here and talk about this. So I do not want to beat up Takara too much, because Takara is the best in the game. They have the ability to be the best in the game. They have the best engineers. They can do a lot, but I think Takara's been a little bit lazy. And I think the best thing, the most exciting thing about the Transformers franchise is third-party companies. And what third-party companies do, what they bring to the table, how they've upped the ante in quality, aesthetic, build, and materials, which all of this stuff, Takara's starting to fall behind. And I want Takara to just get better. But the end game may not be that. The final video, it may not result in that. So, moving into this, what third-party companies could take on Takara? We've already seen Make Toys. Make Toys has come out, and they have these new Seekers, starting with Starscream and moving on to the rest of them, and they're beating up this really old mold. And it's already the second mold Takara's put out. The first Seeker mold I thought was god-awful, with the crazy stuff, kibble hanging off the sides. And then you're looking into the MP11 mold, which is better, but the first time I handled that, I thought it was not a $200 toy. And then Make Toys puts this out for like, I think I paid like $114 from a Make Toys, and the thing is way better. It feels better in hand, and yes, everybody complains about the wing fillers and all that stuff, so I'm not worried about the wing fillers on that. So the first company I think, well, I don't even think this, I know XTRANSBOTS / KFC could take on Takara, but which figure would they make? And XTRANSBOTS nails the G1 skull. They nail both modes. I'm a XTRANSBOTS fan, and I think, you know, them and FANSTOYS fight neck to neck. I think they could take a SHOCKWAVE. Now you're saying, what, a SHOCKWAVE? XTRANSBOTS make another gun and go up against Takara? Well, Takara's SHOCKWAVE was undersized. Has no diecast, no weight to it. Gave us the wrong color in the first place. One thing XTRANSBOTS does is they give us the aesthetic, the color, and the feel that we want from the get-go. Now, granted, the transformations may suck. Granted, there may be some tolerance issues, or maybe a couple things. But in the end, they give us what we want. And 99, well, probably 91% of collectors leave them in robot mode anyway. And they're shipping in robot mode now. So anyway, XTRANSBOTS could give us a better SHOCKWAVE. Now, FANSTOYS tried a SHOCKWAVE already. QuakeWave was loved by many, but I was not one of those. I never bought them. I never entertained the thought. And in fact, when I was buying from a collection way back in the day, the guy just got his QuakeWave, I said, nice, and thought, that thing sucks. I saw another one recently in a collection, and I said, well, you know, it's not that bad, actually. But it's still not SHOCKWAVE. XTRANSBOTS would do a great SHOCKWAVE. Now, they got their hands full with their combiners. They got their hands full with the Eggman, Dr. Egg, and all the quintessences going on. So moving into the number 2, the next one, MMC. Now, MMC, I think, would make a great Sideswipe. I have a lot of hang-ups with the Sideswipe. And part of this list and part of my discussion is, over the years, I've just kind of accepted that we get what we get, and we don't throw a fit. And I've gotten the Sideswipe, and I didn't. My first look at it was, Doesn't look like SIDESWIPE on the cartoon. And Bad Cube came out trying to give us one that looked like the cartoon, and I think that thing was a huge miss. Bad Cube is known for god-awful transformations, but really close on likeness. Not spot on like XTRANSBOTS or FANSTOYS or even MMC in some cases, but real close. And I think Bad Cube was a miss on SIDESWIPE. I think MMC could do it, and you know, I'm right there with it. I think they could make a SIDESWIPE. Let me know what you think. You know, put in the comments. The comments are what direct the next video, and the next video goes in a different direction with the same thought process. So that's where I'm at with that. And, you know, and again, I don't want Takara to get discouraged and stop making figures. That's not where I'm at. I'm just saying, let's challenge him with the third parties and let third parties give us what we want. Next, number 3, Unique Toys. Unique Toys has actually been around and put a lot of great stuff out. And they were the first to the market with their Springer, even though that's not my favorite Springer. They were the first to the market with it. But I think they can nail an Ironhide. Now, I've seen all these other Ironhides coming out, and they're not what I want. And I passed on all these, and Takara was the first Masterpiece Ironhide I thought was good, but not great. Now, Wei Zhang came out of the gate, and they made a lot of fixes. You know, and then the Shadow Fisher, I think it's Shadow Fisher is what it was, that fixed the thighs problem in Ironhide. And we talk about Ironhide, you talk about Ratchet. It's the same thing. But I'd love to see an Ironhide from another company that looked better, that didn't give you this gigantic pregnant gut or beer belly for your Ironhide, that you gave a prominent chest and just like a superhero kind of look to Ironhide, which is what the cartoon gave him. And the toy was junk. The G1 toy, what? That's all I gotta say. What? And I would love to see this happen, and I would love to see this. I mean, even if Wei Zhang undersized their KO oversized, but we're not gonna quite get into that. That KO oversized felt like one of the most quality figures I've handled in years. Number 4. Let's get to number 4. Transform Element. Now, Transform Element is new to the game, and they gave us an Optimus Prime. A lot of people think it's Black Mamba. A lot of people are saying this is a KO company, but if it's a KO company, who cares? They made their own mold, and this own mold would fit Ultra Magnus. Think about this. Magic Square is too big and too bulky, and it would give you the same exact problems with articulation and build and clunkiness that we got with the Ultra Magnus that's there. And a lot of you think, whoa, I got Takara's Ultra Magnus. But yes, but I'm not ready to settle. I'm not ready to settle. The legs are just too big. The articulation's not great. You have to take it apart, buy upgrade kits and get new shoulder joints and all this. No. I want one that's good to go from the get-go, and I think Transform Element can do it. But also, this is another Unique Toys deal. Unique Toys is good at making big, bulky bots like that, highly articulated, but slim them down. And also, another company that could do this is MMC. So MMC makes super slimline figures. So I'm pointing all of this out, but these third-party companies can take on Takara and do better what they've done. I know we've got Citizen Stacks, and I think that was KFC. That's why I didn't throw them in this lot. Citizen Stacks was good, but not great, and it did. I wanted to pick it up just for fun, but it's not my ideal. Ultra Magnus. So let's get into number 5, and none other than FANSTOYS. FANSTOYS has come head-to-head with Takara on several occasions, but most recently with the Hoodlum and Hot Rod, and I think they won. I think FANSTOYS won in aesthetic, in his build, in his quality, in his look. But not articulation, not in transformation or engineering, and not in the car mode. So it's a 50-50 split. I mean, I'm gonna just throw it out there, 50-50 split. But I don't transform them as much as I probably should, and I care about aesthetic the most. So FANSTOYS won, hands down. And I've already seen, and I'm gonna try to get that picture for you, the SOUNDWAVE, the FTO2 SOUNDWAVE they made. And yes, they made one with less kibble. And once they're done with the die-cast metal and the paint, and FANSTOYS doing what FANSTOYS does best, You put them side to side, that thing will blow away the MP whatever that Takara made. I think it's MP13. But anyway, I have a multitude more videos coming, well, 3 more videos coming in this series of discussion. I need everybody's feedback. Like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. Let me know what you think. And Tidarium Hanger out.